There you
Oh,
go.
there you
Perfect.
go. Yeah, so it removed the bending that time too. It wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, because I didn't apply it to you yet, so there was no shaking to take off.
I understand.
Okay, so let's see. This shark remains shaken, but I am going to go ahead and cash in a Benny. So that shaken is gone. So I've got 2 bennies left. And this shark is going to move 1. Oh, okay, why did it not take the shaken off? Oh, I think somebody had I took shaken off of someone. I think Darg, did you have shaken on you, Darg?
Yeah, I had shaken on me.
Okay, so that was who I took it off. Okay, so it moves here and will attack. This is below you. No, actually, yeah, it's still below you, Omi, but this thing is going to attack Shen again. Oh man. Thanks, FGC. Wow, you just got hit again because of the gangbang bonus. I'm sure Pinnacle Entertainment is just cringing every time I say gangbang bonus. So it's a glancing blow. Your toughness absorbs it, no problem at all. So nothing happens to you there, Shen.
Roger.
All right, so we are to round 3, and ooh, look at that. The shark got a joker. Too bad it wasn't you guys got a joker. So Darganoff, you're going to get attacked, man, with the gangbang bonus and the joker bonus. Oh boy. Oh, that's definitely going to be a hit. Even with the -1, it'll still be a hit. It's not a raise or anything. Let's go ahead and do damage on you. Hopefully it won't be very high. You're gonna take a wound, so you don't have any bennies left, do you?
They threw one at me for some reason. I don't know where it came from.
Oh, Lily just got to pull the Joker.
Oh, that's that's why. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow. Luck. Very nice. So you got rid of the wounds. I think you'll still have 1 wound though, right? Because I think it'll only soak. Yeah, so that's what it did. You still have your 2 wounds. Wow, Aki is such a great programmer, man. Look at that. Even though you soaked 2 wounds, it only took the 1 wound that you would have taken, so you still have the 2 wounds because you can't re-soak a wound twice. So, oh wow, that's awesome. I didn't know that. I thought I was going to have to adjust it, but no, man. Aki is spot on with that. That's beautiful. Okay, so you've soaked it. Let's go to Lily. You've got your joker, so now you're there. You can get to the edge of the boat. What else do you want to do, Lily?
All right, now exactly where is the boat? Is it to the right? Though?
Pretty much right. You can look down, and you can see everyone down there, and the sharks are just swimming around and teeming all over the place. Thanks,
is the
FGC.
boat to the right of them or to the left of them?
The boat is at the bottom of all the miniatures, so the boat would be like right here, like that where the green line is. You just look over, and there they are.
I'm gonna do 2 actions here.
Okay.
The first action I want to do. Well.
And there's blood everywhere down in the water too.
I'm going to throw over, not the chum bucket, but the rope ladder.
I was hoping you were going to throw the chum bucket right over on him.
Figured there's enough water or blood there now.
Okay, you're going to throw the rope overboard. Okay, wham. The rope ladder goes down.
Yeah, the rope ladder, yeah.
Yeah, splashes down.
All right, and then second.
Thanks again, Captain. I appreciate it.
Second, so I can do my -2. But I'm going to cast a blind on those back 4 sharks.
Okay.
So it's going to be a large template. Let me draw that.
These 4 right here?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. And what is that? It's going to be what type of roll?
It's the blind spell. Let me draw the burst template right quick.
Okay. Whoa, what was that? Sounds like my stomach before I go to the Chinese buffet.
Yeah, that was some air brakes or some Jake brakes going down the highway.
Yeah, that's my house.
All right, see those 4 right there? I'm going to hit.
Okay, yep. That's an agility roll -2. And
Or
if
minus
on a
4 if I get a raise. And let me roll.
yeah, let's see if you get it. I hope you get a raise. I really do.
All right, so Lily's going to cast her spell, and from the seafloor, the
Don't
sand
forget
is going
minus-
to come up from the seafloor and get in the shark's eyeballs.
Oh, nice. I like that trapping.
I guess that's a raise.
That would definitely be a raise. So yeah, that's going to be at -4 all the rolls. So I'll start doing agility rolls on the sharks from left to right. -4, that's going to be a fail. So I'm going to be that man-eater shark is going to be shaken. So that'll be 76.
-4 plus 24. Close enough.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
It's an agility.
Yeah, but that would have been, but the roll, that's a hell of an agility. Where that? I didn't even notice that. Oh god, this is my first time, guys. Take it easy on me. All right, so this shark is shaken. All right, this shark's already shaken, so another shaken would be a wound, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
That's right.
And that.
Things Lily to do such.
Oh, look at you, Ryman.
So let's do another
Shark
minus.
Another
Oh.
shaking would be a wound, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Oh, this thing dies. Look at that, Lily.
You blinded it to death. That's amazing.
Yeah, this thing dies. So
I
let's
got another eye.
let's see. Here's this man-eater shark. Which one is this? Oh my goodness. 15 at plus 24. All right, so that actually failed at 2. So number 15 is now shaken. Very nice. That was the one that had the Joker. And then number 77, -4, and with the agility roll, that's a fail also. So wow, you've shaken. You've made everything shaken. So that's a good thing. All right.
Scared the shit out of me. Alright,
All we need now is a worm food pun right now, and we'll be set. Okay, Lily. So that's it for you. So we're gonna move
I'm
on.
not done yet.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
That's okay. Does my character know anything about the sharks attacks, and that sort of thing? I have local knowledge. Can I use that to any ability?
You've been here for a little while, right? You've been.
Right.
Well, you know that. I mean, plus you've been on
And
boats.
aboard a ship.
Yeah, you've been on boats, and yeah, you know that they're aggressive, and they'll keep going until they're dead. These are man-eaters, Lily.
I wonder if I jumped in the water and pissed, would it scare them off?
If you jumped into the water and pissed, if it was, why don't you give yourself? That is a great idea. Why don't you got to get a Benny for that? I mean, that's just
I know if that's
jumping
work.
into the water and pissing.
High ammonia concrete.
A little kid jumping into the water and pissing. I just, that's a great idea. Give yourself a Benny for that. But I don't know. Maybe you might attract him. Maybe I don't know.
That's one thing to know if I could just do a knowledge roll on it or not. If that's true or not.
I think the DM needs to do a knowledge roll.
I'm not going to try it if I don't know.
I'm trying to look it up in this 50 Fathoms book. I don't see anything about pissing
Because I
in the
am
water.
18 years old.
Yeah, I would have to
Incomplete
say.
rule set.
I hate to say no, but I would probably have to say no on that, Lily.
That's okay. I'm not done yet anyway.
Continue, please. Multi-action number 4, -8.
Alright, so I can't give myself bennies, but and and I can't give it to other people. But
Sure you
if I
can.
had
You
a
can
choice, I would give one to Darganath.
remember.
I can't add bennies to myself.
You can give your Benny away because remember I gave everybody that edge.
Common bond.
Yeah, everybody
Everybody
has
has it.
common
Right,
bond.
I'm just saying I don't have a physical way of doing it, but
Well,
I want to give it to Darganath.
Okay, well I will give the Benny to Darganoth. So there you go, Darganoth. You have a Benny.
And then I want to shout, climb aboard. Or, I say, Lily says you should get out of the water.
Because she's fixing to jump in and piss everywhere. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's gonna turn the water blue.
And Lily says get out of the water.
I guess it would be
Oh,
green.
God.
Out of my babes.
Oh, that's just too good. Can I jump into the water and piss?
Okay, I'm
And you think you see it all. You think you hear it all as a DM. I love it. So, Shen?
To be honest, I think at this point Darganath pissed himself a few times. So if that didn't work, then it's not going to.
Fair enough.
Admit it. You guys all, if you're in the pool, you piss in the pool. I mean, come on. Just admit it. Go ahead, Shen.
Oh, that's
Shen, you
fine
got a
getting
wound.
Alright, I'm going to attack the shark due east of me. Or west of me, rather.
All right, that's a man-eater. All right, that's a miss.
I don't understand why it's not targeting.
I don't. Like I said, I think it might be that. I think it might be the blood stain, kind of because of the whole layering thing.
Alright. I will use my final War Priest and attack again.
Okay. Vaughn's thought in chat says that urinating in the water because there's been real experiments carried out on this, and urinating in the water actually arouses the shark's curiosity. I would imagine it probably would too, because of the scent,
Well, I think they're curious enough already.
Yeah, that's a nice hit though, Shen. The 11, that's a hit with a raise. So hit that. Did your raise button light up down there in the lower left-hand corner
No.
of that die? Go ahead and press it and light it up, and then you can go ahead and roll your damage. Because all of a sudden, as you hit this shark, and you kill the shark, basically, all of a sudden you hear this noise of like a type of sound, and then all of a sudden a man floating on one of these sharks appears, kind of right in the middle of where all of you guys are, and let me give you this yeah, here you go, right here. A shark just streams in out of nowhere, and this man, he looks like this. It looks like this, and I'm getting a picture out for you. All right, so this is who you see floating on top of the shark, and you hear this woo 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 type of sound, and it's Aquaman. Aquaman appears out of nowhere riding his shark. And all of a sudden he kind of waves his hand, and then the sharks, they start swimming away from you, although they're still circling you. And this man, he speaks perfectly in the water, and he says, "Why are you here, my friends? And why are you killing my friends? My name is Aquaman, and you are in my domain."
We're after the Jolly Rancher, and they attacked us first.
You're after the Jolly Rancher? What are you talking about? That the flag? And he points over to the flag.
Jolly Rogers, not the Jolly Rancher. That's Candy.
He says, Well, and then he kind of grabs his head a little bit, and then you can see that like the cone of circles. That kind of, you remember the original Aquaman cartoon from like Justice League
Yeah.
and shit,
Where he's
where he
shooting
would,
out the telepathic
yeah,
thing?
he's shooting out the sonar out of his forehead, and then all of a sudden the sharks start to swim away, and then he says, I've just got a telepathic message from Teresa the Red. She told me that she has given you permission to take this flag off of this sunken ship. And he says, luck is on your side today, my friends. And he says, and he kind of bows his head a little bit and does one of those finger rolls where, like, nice to meet you. And then he just basically takes off on a shark and disappears off into the depths of the sea. Luck is on your side today, my friends.
I wanted to smack Aquaman.
I'd like to see the stats on Aquaman. That dude would probably kick some major ass. So you guys are out of combat. All of the sharks, they swim off into the depths of the sea. You guys get the Jolly Rancher flag or the Jolly Roger flag, and you get back up onto the deck of the ship. So you all still have wounds, though, but we'll say that you guys got rid of the shaken. So, Omi, I'll take shaken off of you. Darganoth, I believe that you will not have shaken anymore either. So, all right.
Let's do some first aid first thing we get on the ship.
Yeah, let's do that. In fact, first
Let's heal everybody up.
Let's take a break first. All right, so you got your spaceship back, and you guys wanted to do some healing, so we can go ahead and do some healing. Which, if you guys have your Savage Worlds Deluxe book, it will go under a healing check, and I believe what is the DC? What'll be 4, where you can heal a wound, and if it's a raise, you can heal 2 wounds. So. You can only attempt it once, and then after you attempt it once, I believe it goes to natural healing, which will be every 5 days, I think, to get rid of a wound. So,
But I have the healing spell, so we can try to do it without magic, and then if it doesn't work, use magic.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
I guess I'll go after our Darganoth there first.
all right. So you guys want to start who's doing the? I think somebody else besides yourself has to do the healing check too, or can you do it? I don't think you can do it on yourself, can you?
Yeah, you can heal yourself.
You can.
Yeah, but you have to take double the wounds, I believe. Because see, your wounds plus their wounds is
Oh yeah, it's going to be.
factored into the.
Yeah, so if Darganoth would try to heal Omi, it'll be a -3 because they're
Right.
-2 and -1. Yeah.
In fact, maybe I should try to heal Omi first and get rid of his wound.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, go for it.
I'm gonna try to target you in the combat tracker, wherever you are.
Oh, I deleted the fucking PCs out of Combat Tracker. Are you kidding me?
Nice.
And I looked
Well, I can
right
just roll
at it.
and he can.
Yeah, it's
do it
no problem.
manually.
There you go. I'm putting you guys in real quick. That's my bad. I looked right at it too. Jesus. There you go. You're back in. So why in the hell did it not put your...
My daughter isn't even a teen yet, and she just called me because she wanted to make sure while she was visiting I bought her some Tresemme conditioner.
What the hell's that?
I don't know. She's particular about her hair conditioner.
I have a 14-year-old daughter. I can relate.
She wanted to make sure I had Tresemme hair conditioner for her when she got here.
I got a 21-year-old son, and I am happy about that. I don't have to worry about all that dad stuff about daughters and stuff. So, God damn it.
Lily just healing everybody out here.
Yeah, it didn't take off shins and authorize, but both of you are healed.
Oh, I manually took off mine because I see you got enough to succeed.
Do it?
Yeah,
Weird.
I manually took it off.
Oh, okay. Alright, let me do the Darganoff now.
Can you heal multiple people, or is it only once after combat? Or is
I
it
can
just
only
once
heal
per
one
person?
Yeah, just one person, but I can heal multiple.
You can only heal that person one time, basically, right?
It's a test if I can heal the wounds or not. If it rolls negatively or doesn't pass, then his wounds are out of my control, or out of my ability. Yeah, I only got one of Darganoffs.
Alright, so you still have one wound, Darganoff?
I'll go ahead and cast the healing spell on Darganath then.
Oh, wow, cool.
Oh, just barely.
Alright, cool, we're all healed up.
Then I'll take out my Pearl of Power and get 3 power points back.
I say, "Hey guys, what you doing?"
Just
What you
bleeding
been,
out.
man?
Just bleeding out. Nothing big.
As we're all
Oh.
Get to the end of your book.
It's an interesting read.
I think you got to read that book for 24 hours, don't you?
I think it's 12 hours. So I'm still reading it. I'm about halfway through, guys. Did you find the Jolly Rancher?
It
Yes.
oddly still shows one wound on my sheet. Let me just close it and open it again. Yeah, it's still on my character too. If you look, that's weird.
That's
Yeah.
neat.
I
Oh,
think
there
that-
it goes.
All right, so let's look at the yeah, there you go. The Jolly Roger flag. This flag gives the captain or whoever is doing the boating rolls a +4 to all rolls pertaining to chasing down other ships. So that's pretty nice.
Sounds ominous.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Alright.
we're going to be chasing down other ships.
Well,
yeah.
if you were to.
Yeah, if you were to, you don't have to chase down a ship, but if you want to, if you see, the blowhole ahead of you, with Captain Marcus and Spoonie, I would imagine you would probably try to chase him down.
All right, guys. So we need to find as our next goal to find this Tomas, who you said was in the Kieran Empire somewhere.
Yeah, to the north of the Kieran Empire. That's where he was last seen. This fire mage, Tomas the Arinjo. He has the Tears of Lys.
So even if we can't find him there, maybe we can at least pick up a clue.
Yeah. Anybody remember the name of the ship that he was on?
Was it the Carcanus?
No,
No.
that was the ship that you guys that you just took the Jolly Ranger flag from.
The
Looks like a
flying
Spanish ship.
flying festoon?
He was aboard a prior ship, but I didn't write down what it was.
Maybe you might find that information out later on then.
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps, yeah. So you guys
So the boat
you guys
we
can
were
go
just
anywhere
on,
you want
was
to.
that
You
the-
don't have to go to the Kieran Empire, by the way. You can go anywhere you want, guys. You have the whole world of Charybdis at your disposal, which there's a lot to it.
Lily wants to go to Disneyland.
So I wrote down a couple ships. Was it called the Carcanus?
Nope, the Carcanus was the ship that you guys just took the Jolly Rancher flag from.
Okay. What was the Kraken then?
The Kraken were the individuals that were on the Carcanus when it sank, and then
Oh,
the rest
okay.
of the Red
Alright.
saved him, basically.
Alright.
And then Aquaman and his school of sharks claimed it. But then Teresa just telepathically communicated to him and saved your asses.
Alright. I guess I don't have that ship name written down.
I say this saving the world thing is way too much work, guys. Why don't we just take up the life of pirating here? Seems like a good place for it.
Maybe go to the north and do some whaling?
Only says
Whaling.
that's mean.
Yeah, the problem is there ain't going to be much land left soon. Well,
5 years or so, yeah. 7 years or so, whatever. Aquarius told you?
Pirates are stupid and dumb.
Maybe everybody will live on atolls and somebody will develop gills. Sounds like a plot of a movie or something.
Oh. Like that mermaid show a couple years back. Never mind, that was stupid. That was a stupid show.
Did Fantasy Grounds just crash for anyone but me?
No.
No, it's just you. I saw you drop.
Yeah, I saw you drop out, yeah. Welcome back. It says you connected again.
All right, so we're gonna go chase down this unknown ship for this fire mage.
I think we need to go to Burgundy Bay.
Yeah. Brigandy
Burgundy
Bay.
Bay.
Brigandy Bay is that's in the Pirate
Oh,
Sea.
I see it.
Well, you know that Tomas, he was on a ship that was in the Kieran Empire somewhere. So that's where Tomas is. Let's see, the Brigandy Bay. You guys know that Brigandy Bay is pretty much, well, that's what, Aquarius tells you. That Brigandy Bay is pretty much nothing more than a pirate town. It doesn't have any kind of harbor master, doesn't have any kind of law, no city watch. But it has plenty, and Aquarius says, "Oh, mates, it does have plenty of scurvy sea dogs who are quick to join a vessel and search for plunder." And by the way, now that you guys are kind of back on track and not worrying about these wrecked sea vessels and stuff, your Crispy Pete and the rest of your crew, Wee Willie and Wormy, they're all wondering how much they're going to get paid per month. And in 50 Fathoms, the standard pay is 50 pieces of 8 per month per crewman. So
Plus,
you guys,
completely out of character.
Mhm.
We certainly need to make sure there's plenty of provisions too, because it's a long trip.
yes, you guys have 48 days on your message of the day handout. There's 48 days worth of food, and you have all 6 of you, and then you have Autumn, Crispy Pete, Aquarius, Gilligan, Ginger, Marianne, Mr. Howell, and Mrs. Howell, Skipper, the Professor, Tyr, Wee Willie, and Wormy. So that's quite a big crew. That's a total of 13 plus yourselves. So you have a total of 19 members of your crew. So that's 19 food and water a day that you need. And that's 19 times 50. So that's like what? 900 pieces of 8 is what it's going to cost you per month to have your crew. Or there could be a mutiny. I like it. I love this little bit of micromanagement. I
Lily
like
doesn't
that.
require payment.
Well, you don't have to worry. You 13. So that's you got 13 crew members. That would be what, 650 pieces of 8 a month. I shouldn't have counted you in the first place. So you need to come up with 650 pieces of 8 per month for your crew, and then you also need 19 a day of food and water. It's fun to be a captain, isn't it, Captain Shen?
It is awesome.
I will use my power of elemental manipulation at the end of every day to turn some seawater into drinkable water
And how
for the
much?
crew.
Yeah, how much?
Bring
can
up
you
them
do
shark
with that?
steaks.
That's
Every
a good idea.
every power point I spend, I can do a gallon. what was it? Let me see here.
Well, everybody needs a gallon of water a day. Everybody.
I got
needs,
my gallon covered.
Okay.
Yep, I purify 1 gallon. I can purify a gallon of water each day, or per power point I spend.
All right. So yeah, that's something that we haven't really worked out yet because you really haven't had to, because you just went straight from fixing, the Spoon Slayer to Tressa, and now that you're going out into the open sea, this is something that definitely needs to be brought up.
Hey guys,
sure.
I can give everybody 8 gallons of water a day.
How's that?
Alchemy jug. I still have that bad boy.
Oh, nice.
Well, Omi will generate points throughout the day also. So it's not like he'll be out of points.
Yeah, so we'll basically just say he starts today X amount of points, plus whatever you want to use the alchemy jug for, etc.
I think as long as we're out to sea, I should use it to generate 8 gallons of water a day, so that should help.
Yeah, because that would be
Yeah,
less
sure.
spell points that, Omi has to use too. So that would be good.
Yeah,
If
then
we're
I'll-
at port, then, I'll do the 4 gallons of beer or something, something more worthwhile.
Oh man! Just after watching, the Phantom ship the other day for the movie of the week that we watched, man, that it can get pretty vicious on the high seas, man. Especially when you got Wee Willie on the ship.
I've experienced this way off topic.
Hello,
I
Eric
actually was on
Fountain.
a
Welcome.
LHD in the Pacific Ocean, and we
Welcome, Eric.
cruised right between 2 typhoons. So we
Kevin,
had like
thanks for the follow
14
also.
plus foot swells. It was I threw up everywhere. It was really bad.
So
Been a PD and that kind of stuff.
So for water, let's put on you guys got 48 water. So that could be stored in your cargo. One of your cargo holds is like emergency water, I guess. So if you guys are going to be doing the alchemy jug, so Darganoth, you're going to produce 8 a day.
Yeah, 8 gallons.
All right, and then I guess Omi, you'll do the other 11 per day.
Yeah, I'll do the other 11. I'll do them just as I turn in for the night.
Sure. Okay. So you would basically you get what 1d6 power points per hour. I think that's how you recover power points, if I'm not mistaken.
1 per hour, unless you have one of the rapid recharge feats.
Okay. So how about we'll work it to where you'll create the water before you go to bed, and then you'll get 8 back. So whenever you wake every day, you'll be at -3. You'll be at -3.
Okay, that sounds
And then-
good.
Yeah, I think that would be fair to do. So that way you guys will have your water covered. Now, as for Shen mentioned, you guys wanted to get the shark meat down there, and shark is great food, man. Well, I've never really had it, but shark is really
You
popular.
should. It's really good.
Yeah, I've never tried it, but I'll have to try it eventually. I'm just not a big seafood person. I do like salmon though. Salmon's pretty good, and tilapia is good. I eat a lot of tilapia, so that's actually been a big part of my diet has been tilapia fillets. That or that that other fish that I've been eating, swai. Yeah, it's just cheap shit from Walmart. So let's see. You guys killed I think you guys killed 6 sharks. There were still 7 sharks left.
Something
so you
like
killed
that.
6. So what do you think? How many days worth of food do you think a shark would provide? 6 sharks. I would probably say it would be a lot, but then how would you store it? You know what I mean?
Well, provided you have
Yep.
the salt,
Well,
it could last a long time.
well, we'll say that seeing that the game is just starting, you'll have to have more salt in the future, but we'll say that you have enough salt left in the cargo hold between what Lily's crash ship, that sea wreck ship that she was on, and plus what you guys had. We'll say that you have enough. So what do you think? I would say maybe what, 12 days worth of food per shark or something like that. I think that might be, or do you think it would be more?
Shark steak is so yummy.
I was gonna say like one shark would feed the crew for a day. So
How
6
big are
days
these
worth.
sharks?
Well, they were man eaters, and then there was great white too. So the great
It's
white
like
was
a
bigger.
like a 14 to 16 inch shark would feed you for like a meal. And that's just like a 1 foot shark.
Well, let's say you get 20 days per. We'll say that, seeing that there's 19, how about 20 per shark, Shen? And then we'll say 25 for the great white because it was bigger. So we'll say 140 days worth of food, 145 days of food. And then we'll add it on to what you have, so you'll have 193 days of food. And it's all salt cured, too. Well, it's salt preserved. So on the message of the day, we've got 193 days of food and 48 days of water. Then that water is for emergency. It's in barrels in the cargo hold. So, but then again, Darg and Omi every day are going to create water so everybody can drink. So there you go. We've got all those logistics out of all of the technicalities and the micromanagement out of the way. So that's cool. So now we will go ahead and say that for the rest of the day, where do you guys want to travel? You guys, we're here at the Teeth, and now you guys.
Where are we at?
We are here on the map. I'm sharing that with you guys, and I'll also sync it up to where we're at, which is in the lower right-hand corner. So if you guys want to cut through this gap, like I said, Teresa the Red has gotten rid of all of the rapids, the waterfalls, so it would be smooth sailing if you want to cut through the heart of, basically, the Savage Lands. If you want to cut through Torth Call, or you can go around, but where do you guys want to go? I heard Captain Shen say he wanted to go to Burgundy Bay, which, like I said, you can go anywhere you want. So, I mean, the world isn't going to flood for another 7 years, so you guys have plenty of time to check out. You can even go back in and start exploring Torth Call if you want to, and check out these red men, or if you want to go hunt yellowtails for more food. I don't care, whatever you guys want to do. Hell, you can go up to the North Water and go whaling if you want to. That can get a lot of water for you too, but then again, Equus says that whaling is very dangerous, especially for a ship of this size. But sorry about that. Go ahead, Lily.
Where's Disneyland?
He says, "Oi, what the hell is Disneyland, mate?"
You've never heard of it? It's only the best place in the world.
Happiest place on earth.
He's never heard of that in Charybdis before.
We need to go to some sort of populated area so we can resupply, get some provisions on the ship.
And remember, you have cargo holds too, Captain Shen, so you can transport goods.
Exactly.
We need
to start making some money.
Because you've got a bunch of old currency from the old world, which is still silver and gold. So I'm sure that will probably count for something. But for, Charybdis, Equus keeps talking about these pieces of 8, and the crew does as well. Except for the Gilligan's Island crew, because of course they're from planet Earth, so they've just got this paper money that folds and credit cards and stuff. So
just absolutely useless. So I will discuss with the crew, officers, and make the recommendation that we sail west along the southern shore of Torth Call, and then make the turn north at the edge of Torth Call to Burgundy Bay.
Sounds good, Captain.
nice. Going to the pirate town. I like it, Shen.
That
no
way
law,
we can,
nothing there, like Equus said. But he said it's a dangerous place, but still.
That way we can, send parties ashore to collect fresh water and stuff along the way, as well as if we see anything that may be inviting, and
we need to
maybe
get
do
veggies
some
so
small.
we don't have scurvy.
Yeah,
How do-
get some food.
How do you feel about partaking in like a little gray area activities? I mean, they are pirates.
Yeah, there's the Equius mentions the pirates code, and he says, "Oi, the pirates of Charybdis, they have this unspoken law here in Charybdis, especially in Brigandy Bay, my friends." And he says that there may be problems in the future for Brigandy Bay because some of the other empires may try to get rid of it. Sort of like oh man, Black Sail. Remember that movie Black Sail? Well, that show Black Sails. Where were they at? Goddamn, where was that based out of? It was in.
They were in the Bahamas.
Yeah, they were in the Bahamas. But what was the name of the? It wasn't Port-au-Prince. It wasn't Port-au-Prince.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the place.
But yeah, the Kieran Empire would love to take over Brigandy Bay, or one of the other larger land masses, like Perk or Baltimus or Lord Baltimus would like to take over. They'd love to just get rid of the pirates altogether because it costs them money, basically.
Well, Lily reiterates that pirates are stupid and dumb.
Where you're gonna get to have all kinds of fun because the captain's going to Brigandy Bay. I love it.
Are you down for eliminating some pirates there, Lily?
Lily wants to know what you mean, eliminate.
Well, if they're stupid and dumb, then they don't need to be around, right?
It says, "Oi," and this is what Equius, he kind of jumps in and he goes, "Oi, oi, mates, hoi, hoi." He says, "There's lots of fights and murders and thieving that goes. It's very common in Brigandy Bay, so we're gonna have to handle our own problems because, like I said, there is no law." And there is no city watch, and there is no harbor master. So if you want to carry stolen goods, he says the only thing that we're going to have to worry about are the privateers that are out.
You mean we can't lock them up?
There is, I'm sure there's probably.
Doing bad things?
He says I'm sure some private entrepreneurs and ship owners probably do have some cells either on their ships or on land, but like I said, there is no law. But there's plenty going around on the black market in Brigandy Bay. It has pretty much, he says, "Oi, hoi, hoi." It pretty much has the largest and thriving black market in all of Charybdis. Most anything that your heart desires can be found there. All kind. Of course, he says, "Oh, especially if you're going to buy goods for the ship, food, supplies, it's probably going to cost about 25% higher, maybe even 50% higher than normal prices in the other legitimate ports around the world." He says you can find all kinds of exotic items, etc. So, you can find anything there in Brigandy Bay, but it's going to cost you because it's lawless, basically. And he says that, if you have a lot of stolen goods, he says it's hoi hoi. It's a great place to sell stolen goods as well. There's no contracts. There's no shipping companies. No regular surplus of supplies. So, I mean, hell, you can
Dave, how many squares can we
transport.
make per day?
I think what did we talk about? 8. We doubled it from 4 to 8 or something like that. So you can basically do
Anyone
8
have
squares a
Zephyr?
day.
Anyone have Zephyr?
That's from the Air Mage, I think, isn't it? The Air
Or
elements?
Water Mage can also have it.
Okay.
I took Zephyr, but I don't have spell casting yet, so I'd have to cast it as unskilled.
Oh,
Omi's gonna be reading his book. Finish reading Spoon This, Not That during the journey.
okay. Well, eight squares per day. That's pretty good. Now, Dave,
Yeah.
is there something else I could do? Say maybe keep an eye on my compass as we travel along.
Yeah,
We
sure.
might
Maybe to find like shipwrecks or
treasure here and
something like
there.
that. Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
that would
might
be
help
pretty
me and
cool.
crew.
I guess
Yeah.
I'll be the spotter in the crow's nest for most of it, since I don't have any fancy books to read or anything.
But you got the swimming skill. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
And you got the skinny dip with Marianne. I mean, come on.
Oh no, I had a good time. I don't have anything to do on this journey, so I'll just be in the crow's nest.
Did you have to explain to her that the cold water and all?
I mean, I think I should keep them myself. I'm a gentleman. I don't, you know.
He doesn't kiss and tell, Vay. He doesn't kiss and tell.
You can tell the 8-year-old kid.
My
Yeah.
my rapier is fine and straight. Thank you.
Oh gosh, we are totally starting to digress. So we are totally gonna to get going. So you said you wanted to go straight through the gullet here, Captain Shen.
No, that's the long way.
Okay.
I want to sail southwest 2 squares and then due west.
Okay. All right.
The
So
remaining 6.
So this will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But before that, how about you give me and this will be for the rest of the day as well. Why don't you give me a boating roll? Because you have to do a boating roll to see if you're going the right way. Hopefully your boating roll is successful. And if you get a raise, I'll always let's see. The Jolly Roger will take 4 off because you're not chasing a. Why don't you make another skill check for boating and call it boating chasing a ship, and then add that +4 in for that. So you'll have 2 different boating rolls, one regular boating roll and then one boating roll for chasing ships. I think that would be pretty good. So with your 8 minus the 4 for the Jolly Rancher flag, sorry I keep calling it Jolly Rancher, I'm going to let you have 2 extra squares because you caught a good like burst of wind, and with your raise, I'm going to put you right here. So the rest of the day goes by. We've already had an encounter with the shipwreck, and now it's the next day. You're at minus 3 points. Everybody's got food and water. Can you guys adjust the message of the day, or am I the only one that's going to be able to do that?
I think you're the only one that can do.
All right, so we'll go down to 174 days of food. You guys have whatever you want. Crispy Pete, there's plenty of shark, plenty of that yellowtail still. Do another boating roll. There you go. Let's see. We'll take the 15 and let's get rid of the 4 again for the Jolly Roger. And that will be an 11, which will still be a raise. And I'll give you +2 for every raise that you have. So you almost had 2 raises. So let's move you 10 more squares for the next day. And you just want to keep going due west, or do you want to go 1 square down?
I would like to stay in the shallow water, so in the light blue there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then for your bonus, we'll put you right there as you navigate around that large landmass that's sticking out. All right, so that day is done. We'll go ahead and we'll do another day, so you can do another boating roll.
Did us book readers finish our books?
You did, yeah. So you guys get to choose your power. You've got a very good, a 9, so that's another raise. Good job. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then here's your raise for your bonus for
how
your
do you want to
raise.
handle the treasure thing?
We'll do in fact we should have did an encounter roll. So why don't you give me an encounter. Actually, somebody do a D20 in the chat. I'll just take the first roll.
Yeah, because after the shark thing, I don't feel like rolling again.
Yeah, right. Well, if there's an encounter, you'll have to do a D20. So let me read really quick on something. So if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, go for it really quick, because I need to look up encounters again in 50 Fathoms. I totally forgot. $182. All right. All right. So so there's a bunch of encounters, but how do you determine if there is an encounter? That's what I'm trying to find. All right, so every region and every sea has an encounters chart, but it doesn't tell you how you determine if you. So I'm just going to do it the way that I do it. I'm sure it's probably in here. I'll write that down and look it up later. So I'm just going to use the D10 like you guys are doing. So I'm sorry, the D20. So we'll say that there's no encounter for the day and none for the. In fact, if there's an encounter, we'll kind of factor in your compass as well, Vay.
Okay.
So that's how we'll do it.
I was about to say, it seems like an encounter shouldn't always be somebody that wants to do harm.
Oh no,
You could
no.
encounter other things.
Oh, that's the way that the encounters are set up. There's all kinds of that's what I like about the way that Shane did Savage Worlds is every single sea has a D20 list of encounters, and some of them are shipwrecks, some of them are aggressive, some of them are totally neutral, some are NPCs you could find stranded or floating on like the Gilligan's Island crew. So there's every encounter is not just combat, that's for sure. That's what I like about it. So I would have changed that anyway, but yeah. So nothing happens on that day. You're successful. Was your boating check was successful, so you just want to go right to the, I would say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you had a raise at 9 and 10. So we'll deduct what 3 more days of food. So yeah, you guys are munching through this food. So what, 3 more days of food? That's we'll just say it's 57 more days. So 174 minus 57 is 117 days left. All right. All right, awesome. So by the next day, Captain Shen, you guys will be able to see the, as Darganoth is in the crow's nest, he'll be able to yell out, "Land ho!" or whatever. I'd like to hear him yell that. But anyways, let's do the next day for encounter and also boating. So if somebody wants to do a D20 for encounter and somebody want to do the roll for. So you are able to travel another 8 squares. So by about, I would say, midday, Captain Shen, we'll take another 19 days off. So you'll be down to 98 days of food now. So that shark and yellowtail really helped. The yellowbacks really helped you guys out. So, all right, you guys get to Burgundy Bay. There's no encounter. In fact, I don't see an encounter roll. So
Land hose!
Oh, actually, I do see Darganoth's. So he yells down from the crow's nest that land is in sight, and you guys are about midday, maybe a little bit later. You are at Burgundy Bay. And here's what Burgundy Bay looks like as you guys are kind of pulling in there. It's makeshift, a lot of, rickety wooden structures, as you can see as you're, pulling into the bay. Lots of different ships. A lot of crews are on their ships still. And a lot of these crews, the members of the,
Thank
the
you,
crew
Shy
that are...
Roderick.
What's that? What was that, Dark? I didn't understand what you said.
Oh, it was nothing.
Oh, okay. So as you guys are pulling into Burgundy Bay, like I said, there's a bunch of sailors that are on different ships, and you guys got a pretty decent ship. Your ship is in a lot better shape than a lot of these other ships. So a lot of these crewmen are on these ships as you guys are pulling into the bay and trying to find a dock slip to tie up on. They're all eyeballing your ship as they're kind of tapping each other, kind of pointing towards your ship. So you guys are kind of feeling a little uncomfortable, and Aquias says, we need to take care of our own business, because he reminds you there is no law and no city watch here in Brigandy Bay. But Aquias, he says that the last time he was here, he says, oi, there's about 2,000 population here. But it's a pirate town. It's not fancy. It's rickety. There's all these wooden makeshift houses that are built on the sides of cliffs and stuff like that. And you guys can pull in. And as you guys are pulling in, you find a nice empty dock slip to where you can pull up the Spoon Slayer and start tying off. And someone comes up to you, and like 4 or 5 individuals, and he introduces himself as the dockmaster of Brigandy Bay, and it's going to cost you 25 gold per day. Well, 25 pieces of 8 to stay tied up here in Brigandy Bay. 25 pieces of 8 a day.
Surely you can cut us a better deal than this.
Starting when?
That's rock bottom. Starting today, my friend. It's only midday, so we make the rounds midday and collect all of the fees for that day. So you'll be able to stay docked until noontime tomorrow.
Lily thinks he's lying.
I mean, there's got to be some better deal we can cut with you. I'm not convinced that that's as low as you can go.
25 pieces of 8 is a steal, my friend. If you were in one of the other larger bays, you would have to pay a ton, especially if you were in Azaki, or if you're in Baltimus or New Pig King. I'm sure you'd probably have to pay double or triple, and that's not even counting, Paltos or Kieran, the Kieran Empire. So 25 a day, my friend, is
Being the local, does this sound right to me?
Where are you actually from in Charybdis?
In Charybdis?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that I was in Charybdis for about a couple of years. Also sailing on another ship.
So you didn't have an actual home or anything like that?
No.
And
I was a ward of the ship's mage on the Siren.
And that's how you acquired your magic too, right?
Right, yeah.
And have you ever been to Brigandy Bay before?
I'd say that I've been to several docks. I mean, in 2 years of sailing, they obviously would have gone to multiple ports.
Well, I'll tell you what. You can give me
not trying to meta, but you would expect that out of a ship.
Yeah,
a small area like this.
So why don't you give me a what kind of check do you think that would be? I would say probably maybe common knowledge. I would say give me a
Streetwise.
I was kind of leaning towards streetwise. So why don't you give me a streetwise check?
Sorry, I have local. I just rolled that.
Yeah, that's no problem. That'll be fine. So you'll know that you remember when you were, basically tugging on the robe of the wizard on your ship. You remember that he was always in business with the captain as they went into the ports, and you were just tagging along, and you remember that they were also being charged, but you don't remember what type of prices that the captain was charged. Now, if you would have had an ace, then I would have given you, like Savage Worlds, if you have an ace, you would have gotten more information. But you remember that, yes, the ship was charged every time they pulled into a dock.
That's okay. I mean, I rolled a kid, so I'll play as a kid.
No, and I like that about Savage Worlds, and also about Pathfinder 2, where when you have critical successes, you obtain more information, and I like that.
Okay.
I love that about games.
How about we pay you half that, and I'll give you 4 gallons of beer every day we're here.
4 gallons of beer a day? He kind of looks over at the other scurvy dogs that he's with, and he says, "Oi, we'll strike a deal. We'll say 13 a day and 4 gallons of beer. That sounds good to me."
Does this sound good to you, Captain?
I'm thinking we invite them aboard the ship and tell them to come get their 25 gold a day.
So what? Fucking take them out. You're in Burgundy Bay. You know what I mean? I mean, it could happen.
There's no law here.
You're right. You're right. And remember, Aquia said that there